Hello everyone, welcome to episode 3 of Doki Doki Literature Club. It's a good night. Well, day for you, night for me, whatever. I'm energized. I just had some chocolate, which is probably a bad idea, but I saw some chocolate laying around. I'm like, might as well eat it. Some Aero minis. I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, Aero was like my favorite chocolate. What'd I do? Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Um, but now like every chocolate's just kind of meh. Except for Reese's. Reese's is delicious. Not this is just the brand and not including the fancy chocolates. But yeah. Uh Imagine messing up like this. um My mouse is being a little frisky today. I mean, there's always the double click problem, but today it's been extra sensitive, so gotta be careful on that. Last time we got some personal time with Yuri. Um, there was an argument between her and Natsuki, but instead of taking sides, I just let Sayori deal with it. It kind of turned out better than taking sides, I think. Um, Instead of just going for one person, I'm just gonna play some ball. I'm just gonna, be friends with everyone. Instead of pursuing someone, inch with everyone. So just in case something does go bad, everyone will like me. Though usually in games, if you don't like go all in a character, no one likes you at the end, or not likes you enough to get like a good ending. But it's alright. Like Monica said, don't let other people choose how you write your poems. So I'm just gonna, you know, test the waters with everyone. At the end of the chapter, we got Sayori, I think. So we'll see what happens with her. But we gotta look at everyone else's poems. Yuri's definitely likes the fancy words. It was very interesting. You got Sayori, who's just kind of says hers is like it feels like almost the most personal, just how blunt it is about stuff. But I liked it. It has a really nice charm. Natsuki's was like short, but the meaning was like probably the easiest out of them to understand. And Monika's was a little funky. What did she call it? I think it was like free form, but it was still good. Basically good stuff all around. It's another day of poetry. Spend some time with Sayori. See any new poems. I'm ready. I'm ready to get educated. I didn't even read what did I miss? Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. What do you mean? It's been 2. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Aiden. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Ooh, caught her. Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and it gets open. Then she turns it upside down and lets all the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend some to you. Lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Wow. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ah ha ha ha. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Aiden to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Ah, did I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Ooh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. So, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Ehehehe. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Pwap. Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... Eh? A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glanced around. I mean, it's Natsuki, obviously. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I don't even know what that was. Restitution. I mean, this is like the perfect series to doodle words. I usually do that anyways, but restitution. Restitution. I wasn't even saying it right. The restoration of something lost or stolen to its proper owner. Ah, okay. Ah ha ha ha. I was gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. I was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Ah ha ha ha. Dude. I'll say it again, Satoko vibes. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. It's a giant cookie though. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do I think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Ehehehe. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh, Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Ooh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the classroom. Oof. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular, after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... Ahaha, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's rating your guys a little low, but who knows? That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door spins open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Ah, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Ahaha. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Musica. Piano's a fine instrument. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I did a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Aiden. Monica smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Ah, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri spat her butt and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. Okay, I'm feeling like maybe the like boosting affection for each other was just during the poem section. Not like I think that was scripted, the Yuri thing. Well, probably got like, well, I don't know, because we got the Sayori thing kind of, but who knows. But I'm feeling a little tired to read. Too tired to read. I mean, by the time anyone answers me, if they do answer me, I'll probably be ahead by a bit, so it's alright. I'll figure it out. I should probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and listen in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is a chance to show everyone what literature's all about. The school festival. I'm ready. The legendary school festival. The problem is the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? Just read and chill and write stuff. Sounds good to me. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. Eh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody would come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know. Selling literature events short, but I mean, I guess it's reasonable. And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sarah's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Aha, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Aha, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Good one. Eh. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to make two things to make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. It's a close-up Sayori. I mean, this is so Sayori focused, it makes me think this... Maybe it's like a planned event, but like, even if you do this later, you get this same event. It's a close-up Sayori. It looks a little low definition, but that's alright. I respect it. Ooh-wah! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulders to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Ehehe. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? Some reason one of my teeth is hurting. Gotta take those cool gulps of water to calm it. Not that it does too much, but it helps a bit. It's a secret. Refresh on what I said. How many? Okay. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, sir, it's written all over you. Eh? Sarah glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Okay, come on, that's some Satoshi level stuff right there. Calm down, high school Aiden. Too courageous. Man, you really need to brush for this. My hair's just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. Hey, a crooked bow is fine. I think. It adds to the style. Gotta change the angle every day for maximum style points. And then there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. That's relatable. I still get toothpaste stains, but I used to get them a lot when I was younger. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And don't you keep your blazer buttoned up. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think that you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom, dude. It's actually Satoshi level, like non, what do you call it? I don't know. He's doing this in a normal way, huh? That's so weird. Let me just button your shirt. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Jesus. Golden CGs. Are we gonna get one every scene? I'm down. That's so... think I like this one even better than the Yuri one. Look at the angle. Ehehe. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Eh? Dude, look at those pupils. Actually, no, it looks weird looking at it the side, but it does look normal. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? Ah, I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the buttons near her chest. I wonder why. Does this thing even fit you properly? Ehehe. It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Ehehe. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Ah, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ooh, it's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Well, worth a try. I kind of liked how it looked, but that's alright. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Whew. So much indirect strikes. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. It was pretty embarrassing. Though I think what we did was like top level embarrassing anyways, so shouldn't mind it too much. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. Yeah, you're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. It's poem time. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Aiden, I can't wait to read yours. I mean, you're gonna like ours. It's tailored for you. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. I mean, we might as well with Sayori, which we went with her thing. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Aiden. I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. Do you mean? Yesterday's poem was like, Yuri's just barely won over yours. Not a lot of words you should have liked. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, Maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ah ha ha ha. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it because I wrote it? Are you sure you don't just like it because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an Aiden poem. God, that's embarrassing. And that makes it extra special. Stop it. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against your chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out poems. If poems are good or bad. Same here. But that's why I just go with by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least give it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I actually don't really like bittersweet at all. Give me a hat or give me a happy or give me a sad. Or give me a happy and sad. I feel like bittersweet is just like... It just makes me feel bad. Bittersweet endings. I like things that are happy and sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm just getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Aiden. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Yo, she wrote a long one. I liked your last one. Alright. I don't know if we can ace this whole thing since it's extra long, but let's try it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like It's ruined. Take two. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottles on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps, it doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I opened up and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting and pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Jesus, what the fuck? This was really good. I'm guessing we're supposed to be taking, like, these poems are also character development for the characters. So from my thing is, she's taking all the happy memories, you know, and then she's giving this happiness to everyone, but it's not working, and then they're arguing, and it's, I don't know. Don't make me go through that. This shadowing tiles also obviously makes me think of like a mind breaking thing, like your mind just shatters. So it's like she uses her happiness for her friends. She takes the happiness from her and gives it to her friends, who all seem to really want it, but in the end, even the happiness doesn't help them, and it's making her go insane. Is this the sign I'm getting? That was really good though. That was much darker than I Want Breakfast. That was really good though. Let's see what a high school Aiden thinks of that. Holy crap. Yeah, that's a good reaction. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. It kind of felt like the Monica poem last time. But it was really good. Didn't I tell you yesterday that I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yay! Writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always had the habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing that passion in her eye makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. It was a good poem. Let's just go down the list. Let's see what Natsuki thinks. Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. Didn't use big fancy words that she doesn't like. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Oh yes, I put a lot of Sayori words. Eh? You think so? Yeah, well I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Jeez. Calm down. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Yo, everyone's stepping up their poem games. See this cute poem. Alright. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, riddly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound. To the That's a take two right there. I'm being more tolerant, but that was terrible. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Itchy, riddly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross. The world is better off without spider level lovers, and I'm not gonna tell everyone. Jesus, what is this? I don't know. This one's pretty. I mean, apparently your last one was pessimistic, but I didn't really get that. But this is kind of rough. I get it. It's like saying how some people will judge someone for one of their traits, even though they have a lot others. And especially in this case where the person's actually being actively nice to her, she still just hates her because of the one thing she has. It doesn't have to be a hobby. It could be something, I don't know, something else. And the person just doesn't like that thing. So no matter what you do, she'll never, or he will never like you because of that one thing. Again, with the Natsuki's really simple message, but it's pretty good. This one sounds a lot more like super personal though. Yeah, all of these are kind of depressing. Can we get some more happy ones going? Not bad, right? I liked it. It was a solid. It's quite longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. That's what I like. Give me that straightforwardness. Excuse me. I don't have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone who would agree on the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can't be about anything. What, her manga hobby? Certainly not. Is there any other hobby she has? I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Words of wisdom. That's exactly my thoughts. I could care less about what you like as long as it's not affecting anybody else in a negative way. If it is, then obviously I'm not gonna like that you're doing that. But if it makes you happy and you're not hurting anyone, do it. Go for it. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. Hey, Natsuki, if everything goes according to plan and no curveball comes out of nowhere, we're making the next poem for you. Or if it's another form, I think it's probably just gonna be poems from how this is going, but I wouldn't mind any other sort of literature. But next one's for you, Natsuki. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. I'm a Natsuki fan. What can I say? Well, Yuri. I mean, she's not gonna. I'm sure she's not gonna like the Natsuki one, but let's see how she thinks of my Sayori style poem. Let's see what you've written for today. She's gonna think I got worse, though. This is pretty good, Aiden. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was a bit surprised about... I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down those things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader into seeing your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The raccoon. Everyone's popping off, huh? Alright. This one might be a little harder to read because I'm not the best at handwriting. Though hers is like omega neat, so it's fine. But yeah, not the best handwriting reader. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was... Okay, take 2. Train kind of cursed me there. I'll blame the train even though that's totally my fault. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the stuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. Oh, I did say it right. I just stuttered. Take 3, we're just gonna go through with it, unless it's horrible. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the stuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon cements its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. A slice of bread, fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. And a rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. It's like the pleasure of getting someone to depend on you. I didn't understand a word. Though I'll probably understand when I Google it. What was it? Increments? Increments. Ah. Okay, I couldn't read the R. I thought it was like increments. Like, what is that? It's increments. Good poem. Honestly, it was a bit clearer than... I mean, the other one was clear, but I didn't get the ghost theme. But this one painted a pretty easy picture. Then it's the pleasure of knowing you shouldn't get someone to depend on you. I mean, it's fine, but she's obviously doing it for pleasure, while the raccoons... I mean, they're both doing it for pleasure, but it's not, like, really for the good of the raccoon. It's the good of... for, like, the feeling of someone depending on you. And, I mean, it's a nice feeling, don't get me wrong. Nice one, Yuri. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. It's alright, Aiden. Honestly, it's not... Again, I think this was easier for me to understand than yesterday's. But I mean, there could be much more meanings. I'm just looking at it from one angle. That's my immediate thoughts, so... That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. Well, that's my relation to it. I mean, if you look at it through my answer, it's kind of a bit sadistic or naughty, but whatever. That's how I saw it. I mean, yeah. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Oh, in a literal sense, feeding the raccoons. Oh, wait, no, it's... I don't know. I just the pleasure of doing... I don't know, whatever. It's... Sorry. It's like trying to sound smart when I'm not. That's how it feels anyways. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? Ooh. About being ridiculed for a strange interest? The connections, just in a different form. Eh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. Dude, the order matters, huh? She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Hey, now you're connecting at least. That's good. Yeah. She sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. I mean, they're being very vague on what they like. Like, I think, like, I don't know what Yuri likes, but I was assuming Natsuki's is manga. But what if they're, like, something, like, really weird? I mean, again, from Natsuki's words, as long as you're not hurting anyone, but now I'm intrigued. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Glad to be here. Monica. Hey again, Aiden. What's up, big bow man? A big bow. It's respectable. I feel like I say that every time, but I respect it. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright, I like this one. Thanks, Monica. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Well, that's what it's tailored to. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sarah's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. Oh man. So, it's a shorty one. Look at that, she's using formatting. That's right. You can do fancy formatting in poems to add to it. I never got that in depth with it. I didn't really understand it, but let's read it. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Let's doodle that word. Cacophony. I'm sure that's not how you say it. I've never seen that word. At least I don't remember it. Cacophony. That's not.
Cacophony.
Cacophony. I knew that. That was just a trick. Haha. A harsh, discordant mixture of sounds.
Cacophony.
Okay. It's like a jumbled up mass of sounds. I'm having the hardest time. I mean, I guess it was like that last time. I'm having the hardest time understanding this. So she's saying like there's all these, maybe it's like there's all these experiences, like beautiful colors, but really it's just all meaningless, and it just won't stop. We'll keep getting all these events, but all of them are really just painful, and that's kind of what I get from it. I mean, that's omitted dark. It's everyone's doing pretty depressing stuff this time. Hopefully the mood turns better. But yeah, that's what I got from it. I don't know. Poem expert. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Ahaha. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I liked it. It was funky. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space the words can totally change the mood of a poem. Yeah, I'm not too. Again, I don't understand that as much. I know they talked about it a lot, but in poem class, but I don't know. What was that? The famous poem, the grasshopper poem? That one destroyed my brain. I was like, what is even happening? It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. Ah, I can see that. So they're like struggling to say each word like louder because of the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about though. Ahaha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Hit me with it, Monica. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Ah, beautiful tips. You never know what might change, when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? Some meta stuff. That's cute. I mean, yeah, I haven't been saving in the order of who to show the poems, which we did see that it does change a bit, but I'm saving at the poem creation. I'll save at the save spots. I mean, since again this is super popular and it went mainstream, it does. Lots of non-visual novel readers probably need this tip. But I was excited for a writing tip. Unlucky. Ahaha. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'll take it though. Okay, everyone. We're done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in front of the room. Extra class? I mean, extra club activities. Hit me with it. God, it's so weird. Because I usually by this time my voice gives out, and I thought it would give out faster in a visual novel with no voice acting, but it's doing super strong. I don't know why. It's the Doki Doki burst of energy at night. It's a good thing. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really want to do it with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Bring your A game, guys. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also gonna let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hope we get to see that because I thought it was only gonna be like club time, but give me the festival time. Ehehe. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys... No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll all be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yay! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Good speech. Natsuki and Yuri remained silent. Sayori looked worried. I guess that leaves me with no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ooh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over with it. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. That's a cursed sentence. It's a little cursed, Yuri, but that's alright. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. I mean, we only have two. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Ahaha, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem that she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Ahaha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's competing, biting words. She acknowledges Monica's talent as a poet. Wow, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her butts. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and its structure that she enunciates. I know that word, enunciates. I don't know how to say it though. With perfect timing. Don't need to Google it. Enunciates, I guess. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applauded, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Yuri, let's let Yuri's down for the count. Okay. I guess I'm nuts then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Meadow. Ah ha 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 ha. Sorry, I diddled. Ehehe. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine that you're reciting it to yourself like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like your soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Ehehe, even Aiden liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of this poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Ehehe. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Aiden. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Aiden lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki? Where's the confidence? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about the lack of your confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called. It's called. Oh, why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they're bouncing up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. But that's just how it is, so. For me, it'd be the other way around too. I'd be embarrassed performing in front of other people. Friends are a bit more comfortable. For me. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica, Then I have to do my best. Sardai really likes Monota. I've noticed that last chapter. I mean, it's respectable. I don't know if I have anyone I like specifically, but yeah, I mean, we don't even have the. I guess we don't know her personality enough to like write a poem she would like. I don't know. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Ehehe. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Aiden. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go already. I walked home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's been a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say one day Yuri asks to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh, no. Rough. That's a roughie. Damn. Choices at the end of the video? You're killing me here. What would I do? I mean, I like Sayori a bit more. And it's kind of, it would be very awkward. It would be very cagey, like, to say I would walk home with Yuri right in front of Sayori like this. So I'm just gonna say, I would still walk home with Sayori. Sayori? You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Yeah, it's such a... Imagine answering the Yuri way, huh? I mean, if you're going the full Yuri route, agree with Yuri, put this for Yuri, it'd be way too weird. I mean, it'd just be rude. But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Aiden. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Like I said, we're playing some ball, but we'll still be nice. Alright, let's go Natsuki. It's your turn. What would she like? Silly? Nothing too cute here. Silly? Damn it, sorry. I didn't save either. Whatever. We don't really need to save here, I think. She would like chocolate. Chocolate. Boop! Don't even need to see the rest. Give her the boop. Hop? Cute. Bouncy? Candy. Massacre. Hurt. Damn it, sorry. Empty, flying, intellectual friends, pure sparkle, wrath bed. Sparkle? Sayori, stop. Pout? No, pout's too fancy. Skipping. There we go. Infinite scene, adventure, tone, dark bliss, charm, music. Adventure. This is dangerous. Color. Giggle. Okay. Fluffy. Okay. Milk. Maybe. Bubbles. Bubbles. Bunny. Bunny. Puppy. I think we got it. Papa. Papa? Papa. Sweets. Pleasure. Frightening. Explode. Clouds? Yeah. Poof. Kawaii. Beautiful. Oh man. But that's gonna be it for today's lecture in Doki Doki Literature Club. Hopefully you enjoyed. We got some fun stuff. Looks like we're prepping for a school festival. Should be good. Lots of good poems today. I think it's hard to say. I mean all of them were good. I don't wanna make it sound like I thought any of them were bad. I think my least favorite was Yuri's, just because you can compare Yuri's and Netsuki's directly, but Netsuki's kind of vibed with me a bit more. Um, I don't know. Sayori's was kind of a banger. I really liked hers. Maybe Sayori's styles of poems just vibe with me a lot more than others, but yeah, we'll save here. 1:52 a.m. Classic. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. See you shortly, I guess. Again, it's if you're watching this as it uploads, we're on. You're getting a lot more than usual. Then we'll slow down a bit when Higuru starts. But it's been a blast playing this, and hopefully you enjoy it. But yeah, see you guys next time. Have a great day/night. Bye.